This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
An endangered turtle washed up in Ireland with hypothermia and had to be returned to the Canary Islands on a flight. Now, this turtle needs to be in warm water. I don't know how it ended up in these cold waters near Ireland.
Got on a boat, a vessel ship by accident.
They discovered it's 3 years old, a loggerhead sea turtle. They named it JC. I don't know why. And he boarded a flight to much warmer waters. So this airline teamed up with Exploris Aquarium, where the reptile has been living for the last 3 years, to fly him to Gran Canaria for his release. Now, the pictures of this turtle on the flight, they made him this little area to live in.
First class
took up 3 seats.
Yeah.
And also JC got his own boarding pass. I just think it's so wholesome, and them doing whatever it takes to make sure this endangered species gets back to where it belongs is so wholesome.
Unlimited peanuts and booze on his flight too.
Totally.
Tell me something good.
He watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the flight. All right, my story is about a guy who stepped up big time and has decided to launch a charity called emergencyrv.org. It pairs people who are willing to donate their campers to those who need a place to stay, mainly due to the California wildfires.
Oh, wow.
He's now delivered 95 motorhomes from all over the states to different firefighters and families who are misplaced, and just rolls in to town with motorhomes and hands them the keys and says, you've got a place to stay. There was one firefighter that was interviewed who said that he felt like such an inconvenience because he'd be sleeping in wherever he could, people's garages,
right.
Tents, asking people if he would be okay if he crashed with them because he didn't have a home. He lost his home in the wildfires.
I do remember hearing about the firefighters sleeping in tents, and I was like, what is happening? They need somewhere to sleep.
So a good chunk of them, at least 95 RVs worth, now have a place to crash. If you'd like to find out more on that, it's emergencyrv.org.
Tell me something good.
Last week, we had a contestant who was breathing quite heavily and apologized for it and said, when I would get nervous, I just breathe really heavy. And I'd never heard that before. I just wish, when you get nervous and your body reacts, it would give you a nice glow instead.
Instead of a sweaty mess.
Well, exactly.
Or shaky voice.
Turn-offs, because quite often in dating, you're nervous for a first date and all of a sudden you got to go to the bathroom every couple minutes. You told the story about one of our friends that was dating a guy and he went to the bathroom a bunch of times. And she thinks it was based on nerves. That he just constantly, his body was moving.
For nervousness, when I met my wife, I would have to belch. So probably that would be a turnoff as well, right?
Nervous belching at the table? Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, nervous belching, but just being hey, I have this nervousness, so if I have to burp kind of thing, being upfront with someone, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's so cute. So you met your partner and you're just belching away on this date and she's just falling in love with you after every single...
Well, she didn't really fall in love, but now that we've been married for 7 years, it's kind of you belch and you just move on with life, and yeah, it just happens, right?
Oh, I love that. What's your name?
Bobby.
Ryder.
Well, I'm getting nervous that this phone call's almost over.
What?
Happens to me too.
Sylvia's listening. Thank you, Sylvia. Wrote in saying, nervous, anxious, I go blank. Words that are a regular part of my vocabulary, I'll just forget them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and Gage says, when I get nervous, my heart rate will spike and it hurts.
No.
That's brutal.
You may want to get checked for that one, right? Got to take care of that heart.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
I get a rash on my chest and my neck, and there's no hiding it. There's no hiding it. it's visible.
Do you purposely wear turtlenecks to meetings or?
1,000% yes.
Really? Like if you have an important presentation or something that you're very nervous about, you'll intentionally
Cover up.
be proactive with your rashing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to be prepared.
Play 107.
Thank you for checking out the show. We're asking you what happens to you when you get nervous, as it's really interesting that most people have some sort of reaction, but they're so different. They vary so much. 780-784-7107.
Ken wrote in saying, I giggle like a schoolgirl when I'm nervous. It's not the best. I'm a 300-pound middle-aged man. Love, Ken.
We tried to call him just to see if we could get him giggling, but I think he was too nervous.
Yeah.
He didn't answer the phone.
He knew exactly what our motive
Yeah.
was, and he was like, I am not answering that phone call.
What do you got for us?
It doesn't matter if I'm anxious, nervous, whatever it's going to be. I get an immediate stomachache. Like a bathroom better be within 20 feet or else it's bad news.
Really?
Yes, I've been like that since as long as I can remember, and it's not fun, obviously.
I need a bathroom for a different reason. Sometimes before big events, like if I'm emceeing something, I'll have to pee before, even though I don't really have to pee.
Yeah, I do feel like everybody goes through that.
You're just like, I don't want to get caught having to pee when the important stuff happens,
I better
right?
go now.
The worst was at K-Days when you and I were introducing Ice Cube. And I was like, do I have time to go to the bathroom? And they're like, yeah, but make it quick. So I went and made it quick. And then I came out and I felt a gust of wind and looked down in my gray jeans. And there was a big part of them that were a darker color gray, if you know what I mean. And I thought I was going to have to go and introduce Ice Cube in front of, 7,000-8,000 people with a huge pee stain on my pants. Luckily, the wind picked up and I was able to dry her a bit, and Ice Cube was about 15 minutes late. That gave me just enough time to...
You can always rely
Dodge
on
that.
artists to be a little bit late.
True.
Fashionably, of course, for your sake.
Oh, thank God he was late. And you get really nervous about before you MC something like that, especially.
Oh, yeah, I am so bad. Once I'm on stage, it's a lot better, but leading up to it, I am a mess.
So, I would have had to send you on your own, which you would have never forgiven me for.
Nope.
Or I could have, pulled the crisscross and just taken my pants and put them on backwards.
They were probably too tight.
That was that was my other option. Honestly, I was thinking that. I was like, am I bringing back crisscross pants?
Does anyone have a towel?
Now it's time to understand what your tattoos say. Turn it up for Tat-Tuesday.
So here's how it works. You tell us about your tattoos, and then we'll make bold predictions about your life. Lisa has about a 30% accuracy rate. Mine's roughly 96%.
Right forearm, skull with a king's crown.
You wear Adidas classics.
What? No.
Lisa,
What?
he wears work boots.
I do wear work boots.
See?
First time caller here, guys, too. This is awesome.
I've got a heart with a chain with an initial on it.
You own a cat.
Yep,
You own a black cat.
black and white.
And that cat's name is, I'm feeling like a woman's name or a girl's name. What's the cat's name? Sasha. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I have a floral half sleeve on my left forearm, just a bunch of different flowers kind of in a bouquet. Not really sure what kind of flowers, but look good.
You really thought that you would be a gardener, and then you tried, and you're not a gardener.
Not this year, but last year.
Oof, and last year was an easy year for gardening, too.
Okay, I got one, though. Your phone cuts out a lot.
I already hung up on her, Lisa. She
Keep it.
nailed it,
I know,
guess.
right?
Do you want to try again here?
Maybe.
Okay.
I have a Care Bear, heart on my top left butt cheek.
Your favorite drink is vodka cran.
No.
Ugh. I'm so bad at this. Come on, Ryder. Think.
You were really into dudes with frosted tips in the late 90s.
Maybe.
Okay, everybody was.
No, don't!
Okay, let me go again. You have 2 daughters.
No, I have a son and a daughter on the way.
That's what I meant.
Good try, Lisa.
Thanks for the call, Ashley. We appreciate you
You're
listening.
welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
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 A brand new episode of Unsung Heroes. This is where we give shout outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention and love that they deserve. Let me be your hero.
Shout out to people who go to work and actually get things done, unlike the rest of us who show up and then just spend majority of the day tagging our coworkers in memes. Did you get that one I sent you this morning? This is good, right?
Yeah, it was good. Shout out to retailers warning consumers that they may want to start their Christmas shopping early because of potential shipping backlogs causing shortages. I already did some Christmas shopping myself, a new Golf driver.
Well, that's nice. Is that for your dad?
No, for me.
I was going to say that's not really how Christmas works, but you do you. Shout out to kids these days never knowing the struggle of having to read the back of cereal boxes at breakfast instead of unlimited television shows without commercials and an iPad.
True.
Remember? It was so grim. You would just be like eating your cereal and they'd have the little trail on the back of the box and you just like run your finger along it and you're like, oh, I made it to the finish line. This was fun. Maybe I'll do it again tomorrow. The same one.
Shout out to M&M's new restaurant called Mum's Spaghetti. To be honest, the only experience I've had with this is my mom's spaghetti.
Didn't you say your mom used tomato soup?
Yep.
Okay. Shout out to using a filter on all of my selfies. Can you guys make sure they put one on my casket photo? I don't want people to think they're at the wrong funeral.
Shout out to
Close the casket, too.
Yeah.
Don't let them see me.
Shout out to the guy who was judging my webbed swimming gloves at the pool yesterday. If you want to do the judging thing, I'd start with the front of your shorts, bro. The pool's not even cold.
That's just mean, Ryder.
Well?
He was probably admiring them.
He was not. You don't laugh when you're admiring.
Shout out to AirPods for making all of us seem extremely rude when our neighbors are just trying to say hi. We need to bring back the cords. I'm super anxious. Every time I'm listening to something, I'm looking around. I'm like, did anyone try and say hi to me?
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times,
I
too.
look like an a-hole.
Just use the one. Just put in one of your headphones. That works pretty good.
Okay.
And finally, shout out to Yard Waste Cleanup Day and paying my daughter to collect the leaves. She was really raking it in. Everybody's feeling very nostalgic about Blue's Clues, right? This after, it was Steve, if I'm not mistaken, Steve Burns.
That is correct, yes. So he was the host of Blue's Clues in the 90s, and he had a video that went viral recently where he said, I'm really sorry that I left you so abruptly. I had to go off to college or university, and I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you and everything you've accomplished. And all of us were like melting at this video.
Well, now they've done something else that's also nostalgic to just keep this train rolling. So Nickelodeon has released a new music video. You'll recognize the song they based it off of, but this is to promote season 3 of Blue's Clues and You, which drops on Friday and will star Josh Dela Cruz and former Blue's Clues host Donovan Patton and Steve Burns.
Cool.
And of course, Blue too. But here's the song that they're using to promote it. It'll bring you back big time.
Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little puppy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night she often likes to leave lots of clues all around, inside and outside. She's blue.
Isn't that cute?
Yes, that was so wholesome.
Right? We are joined by Candace. Is this Candace Cameron Bure?
No.
Oh, okay. I've just always wanted to talk with her. Big fan.
No, huge Full House fan. No.
She got the reference. That's great. Okay, Candace, we are going to replay this clip for you. If you guess the song correctly, $700 could be yours. So listen carefully, all right?
Okay.
Here it comes.
All right. Is it Heaven by DJ Sammy?
Hell yeah! Congratulations! You just won $700.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. Oh, wow.
That was a heck of a guess.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, I'm surprised I even got through.
Hey, congratulations, Candace. Enjoy that cash. What are you going to spend $700 on?
I got a week off next week, so
Whatever she wants.
Gonna enjoy it with the dog.
Hey,
Yes,
awesome.
that's so
Yeah.
great. Thanks for listening, Candace.
Thanks so much, guys.
Your favorite time of year for our show.
Yes.
Because we do something called Terror Tales, where all through the month of August, we get your
No, not August.
October. We get your very scary stories submitted to us by email, Ryder or Lisa at play107.com, or you can always fire them to our text line, whatever. And then we just add a little dramatic
Scary music.
feature to it. Yeah, really crank it up. But man, some of the stories that people have in this city, from like ghost encounters,
Even if it's like
extraterrestrial,
Yes.
any of that, we're all about it. So that's for the entire month of October. We do a terror tale a day, and they are scary as hell.
Well, and it's kind of cool if you're listening now and you had an experience and no one ever really believes you. We believe you.
We believe.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play